TESTIFY. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal.
What's up? We're back at it with some more updates revolving around the Diddy trial, which we have been following and checking out. And by the way, tomorrow morning, I will be on live covering it starting very early on in the day because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of coverage. And I feel like it's about time to get into the more live, up-to-date updates revolving around the case. So be sure to keep an eye out because I will be going live. But nonetheless, we do have some updates revolving around this case, and it's absolutely crazy. And I cannot wait for this. I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait. Why? Kid Cudi, day and night, will be indeed testifying, most likely tomorrow. Yeah, baby. You want to know why I'm really hype about this? Well, Kid Cudi allegedly says that Diddy and Cassie alleges that Diddy made his car go boom boom. So this is going to be very interesting because apparently he was very upset about Cassie trying to move on. I guess she got tired of being used in the way that she was being used, in the terrible ways that she was being used, and also tired of being cheated on, replaced, seeing Diddy out there gallivanting, vacationing with all these other girls and not her. I mean, I can understand her feeling salty about that. And then on top of it, let's not forget being used the way she was being used, and of course being cheated on repeatedly. Yeah, you're going to want to move on. You're going to want to move on. And apparently she moved on to Kid Cudi. And Kid Cudi and her were together for a short period of time. Diddy got very upset about this, said he was going to do some very bad things to Cassie and Diddy, and Kid Cudi, and instead decided to find a way to make Kid Cudi's car go boom boom. And the thing is this also shows that about his enterprise, about him having these cohorts, these goons that help him put things together at his beckoning call, right? If he says, I want this car to go boom, there's a whole bunch of people that work underneath Diddy that are sitting there going, okay, say less, bro. Say less. I got you, bro. And that's exactly what happened here, which is absolutely insane. So we've got to take a look at this article. And now we are hearing that, again, Kid Cudi is expected to testify tomorrow or Thursday. And I'm telling you right now, he will most likely testify tomorrow. You want to know why I think he's going to be testifying tomorrow? Because, again, they do have a special agent on the stand testifying, doing day 2 of their testimony starting tomorrow. But honestly, how much are they going to get out of him? You know what I'm saying? There's only going to be so much that the defense can ask about how much baby oil did they find in his crib, and how much Tucci and how much all this other stuff was found in his crib. Let's be real. It's going to be like that with that special agent, and then they're going to move right along. Because real talk, the meat and potatoes are the people who almost either lost their lives or had their lives threatened. And it's going to be the likes of people like Kid Cudi. So let's take a look at this article. Again, he's testifying. This is a very big deal, and I cannot wait for it. That's why one of the main reasons why I will be on live early, because I do not want to miss out on this craziness, and it's going to be crazy. Be sure to hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, and of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know whenever I go live, whenever I upload, because there's going to be a whole bunch of updates. Finally got the internet back on and all that after that tornado. It's a blessing, but there's a lot of coverage and a lot of catching up I got to do over the next couple days. So get ready. There's going to be a tidal wave of videos coming this way. But let's get into this. Kid Cudi expected to testify in Diddy's federal crimes trial. This is a very, very big deal. And hopefully he's going to have some scathing testimony like Cassie's mama. Yeah. And don't worry, I'm probably going to be doing a recap of her testimony because let's be real, that one was the worst one, aside from Cassie's, was the worst one and the best one for prosecution. And we'll talk about that in another video for sure. But let's take a look at this, okay? Kid Cudi is slated to testify in the federal crimes trial of Diddy later this week. Kid Cudi, okay, whose name is Scott Muscudi. Maybe it's Muscudi. I don't know. But Scott Muscudi, because I figured it's Cuddy's Muscudi. I don't know. Anyway, he's expected to begin his testimony tomorrow or Thursday. Because tomorrow's the 21st. All right. So Cudi is the one-time fling of Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura Fine. You know, she's been married. She's about to have another baby here very, very soon. And congratulations to her, okay? Who testified last week that Diddy allegedly made Kid Cudi's car go boom, boom during their short-lived relationship after he found out about the two hooking it up, okay? So she, of course, had said this in her lawsuit, saying that his car, Kid Cudi's car, went boom, boom. Of course, she also talked about the DV and the essay that she went through with Diddy. And of course, Diddy is getting the justice is coming, right? But I will say this too, and we've already talked about this at length, at nauseum, in fact. All the things that we've seen, in the very first week, last week, a lot of it did not have a lot to do with RICO racketeering, but a lot of it did have to do with STing and pros. So, and we still going to see more of that this week. And they already are setting the ground and the groundwork showing racketeering and RICO here. So we're going to be seeing a lot this week for sure, especially with this guy right here, showing proof positive of those racketeering and RICO charges, that he has an enterprise of people helping him do anything at his beck and call. If he wants a car to go boom, he can make a car go boom without him actually having anything to do with it physically. That's a big freaking deal, okay? Through a spokesperson at the time, Kid Cudi confirmed the allegations to the New York Times and corroborated Cassie's claims in the lawsuit by telling the outlet that this is all true. So on May 14th, Cassie testified that Diddy's violence towards her extended to other people, including Cudi, who she briefly dated in 2011 during a break in their relationship break in her relationship with Diddy after they had musically collaborated. So they got together, they worked on a song together, and then, they started dating. Okay. So again, during her testimony, which spanned 4 days, it was the biggest one so far, biggest testimony thus far. She testified that after Diddy found out about her relationship with Cudi by reading emails on her phone during a freak off, so while she's bumping uglies with one of these S workers at his will, covered in baby oil, he goes off and has time to read emails on her phone during a freak off, okay? He resorted to violence as soon as he read these emails, which makes no sense. It's insane. He had time to sit down and read emails while she's in another room bumping uglies. Real talk. Insane. But anyway, when Diddy saw emails between Cassie and Combs' former assistant, Capricorn Clark, about bringing a toiletry bag to Kid Cudi's house, Cassie said Diddy got very angry, lunged at her with a wine bottle opener between his fingers, basically threatening her life, right? She said she managed to escape and contacted Kid Cudi at a different hotel using a burner phone. And later that day, she went to Combs' mansion to talk things through and to resolve it in that moment. But he was irate, so angry, she said, and threatened to release explicit videos of her in these freak-off sessions. In court, she testified that Diddy, quote-unquote, said he was going to put a hurting to Scott and her, okay? She said that while leaving the conversation on her way out of Diddy's home, the mogul, quote-unquote, used his feet, hit her in the back on the way out, and she fell to the floor. Cassie testified that she had a large bruise on her back from the actual incident and later returned to her hotel. When she got back to her room, someone did number one on her floor, knocked the furniture all over the place, and did a number two in her toilet without flushing. So you can only imagine that room just smelling like just straight up, okay? And she says it was disgusting. All right. But again, at the end of the day, this person, Diddy, was so angry about this whole thing that he literally went out of his way to make a car go boom boom for the sake of getting some sort of messed up revenge against Cassie and Kid Cudi for linking up. Now, I'm going to tell you what. After some time, if you're in a relationship with somebody and it's that volatile, that toxic, that unbelievable, eventually you're going to part way. Eventually something's going to happen where that person who's being mistreated so viciously, they're going to walk the other way. They're going to stray. I mean, if they can't leave, which is obviously what I would recommend first and foremost, pack up your stuff and go. But nonetheless, the way that you retaliate is having people go and make the person's car go boom. That makes no sense, guys. That's insane. But also shows exactly what the feds are trying to show, that this guy runs an enterprise and there are a bunch of employees, if not AKA goons, that work under his rule, that do whatever he says. Go take care of this, go threaten this person, go harass this person, go make this person car go boom boom, and all that. Think about all the other times that Cassie has been attacked, and that there was stories of a bodyguard, security guards on the other side of the room, on the other side of the door, in which she's encased in that room trying to protect herself, running away from this guy inside this room as this security guard is either on the other side of the door or in the car while driving the car while he's viciously attacking this poor woman. Think about all those times. All of those times. And there is somebody there knowing exactly what Diddy's doing and not once coming to her call for help. That is absolutely insane. So I wouldn't be surprised about this Kid Cudi stuff with this car going boom and Diddy having people do these things for him whenever he feels salty about something. Again, we are dealing with a very dangerous person, and we're seeing more and more how dangerous this person truly is. This man is diabolical, okay? And we got more to talk about. Trust and believe. But please, what say you guys? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. I'm telling you right now, tomorrow when Kid Cudi gets on that's going to be interesting. I was really looking forward to Cassie's testimony. When we found out about Cassie's mom testimony, I was really looking forward to that, and that ended up being a bombshell, okay? But I'm really looking forward to hearing what Kid Cudi has to say, because I have a feeling it's more than just his car going boom boom. There must have been at least some sort of breadcrumbs leading to his car going off. Breadcrumbs of warning signs, threats, whatever. And or even afterwards. I'm also curious about that. So what say you? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Hit that like button down below. Crush that subscribe button. And we'll talk here soon. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.